Yo, what's up, fifth graders? Today's lesson is on using least common multiples to find common denominators when adding and subtracting fractions. Alright, let's get it cracking. First example, we have 1/4 plus 2/3. We look at the denominators and see that they're not the same number. So we're going to list the multiples of each denominator to find the one multiple they have in common that we can then make equivalent fractions with the same denominator. So we'll start with 4. We'll count by 4s. We get 4, 8, 12. And we'll count by 3s for the other denominator. We get 3, 6, 9, 12. And we see that 12 is the first or the least common multiple. So that means we're going to turn each of our fractions into an equivalent fraction with denominators of 12. When we counted by 4s, 12 was the third multiple of 4. So we know that 4 times 3 is 12. And we have to multiply the numerator by the same thing. So we do 1 times 3, and we get 3/12. Now we'll turn 2/3 into an equivalent fraction with the denominator of 12. We know 3 times 4 is 12. So we multiply our numerator by 4, and we get 8/12. Now we can add our fractions because they have like denominators. So we do 3/12 plus 8/12, and we get 11/12. So 1/4 plus 2/3 equals 11/12. All right, next example. Here we have 3/8 minus 2/6. We list out the multiples of 8 and 6, and we find that 24 is the least common multiple. So we'll turn each of our fractions into an equivalent fraction with the denominator of 24. Starting with 3/8, we know 8 times 3 is 24, so we multiply the numerator by 3, and we get 9/24. For 2/6, we know 6 times 4 is 24, so we multiply 2 times 4, and we get 8/24. Now we can subtract because they have like denominators, so we do 9/24 minus 8/24, and we get 1/24. So 3/8 minus 2/6 is 1/24. All right, last example. If you struggle with listing the multiples of each denominator, you can do this little trick. You can multiply each denominator by the other denominator. So in this example, we do 2 times 8 and 8 times 2 to find our common denominator of 16. So for 1/2, we multiply 2 times 8. So we'll multiply our numerator 1 by 8, and we'll get 8/16. For 1/8, we multiply by 2, so we do the same thing, numerator 1 times 2, and we get 2/16. So now we have 8/16 plus 2/16, which gives us 10/16. Now the only thing about doing this method is that you will always have to simplify or reduce your answer. So 10/16, we see we can divide both by 2 because they're both even, which would give us 5/8. So 1/2 plus 1/8 is 5/8. So remember, when adding fractions with unlike denominators, first find your common denominators by finding the least common multiple, and then making sure you multiply the numerator by whatever you multiplied your denominator by. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.